Just me and you.
Hi guys, welcome to another video on Mr. Grievous. Today we're going to talk about some tips you need to take into account when doing killstreaks in Supremacy with General Grievous. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe and give a like if you enjoy Battlefront 2. And feel free to leave any other tips you got to get better killstreaks down in the comment section, so we can all help each other out. First of all, speed and movement. Grievous moves at a speed of 8 meters per second, making him faster than blaster heroes but slower than almost every lightsaber hero. So moving fast is not his best attribute. He's got 2 dodges like everyone else, and in this case, they will save you countless times. Grievous relies a lot on his dodges to survive. He's able to jump 7 meters, which is 1 meter higher than Bosk. But same as him, he comes down real quick. When using Grievous, the most important thing is to use your dodges wisely and you can avoid damage. If you run and jump, just be careful when jumping, that will make you vulnerable to other hero abilities. Now let's talk about attack and defense. Grievous can swing his lightsaber 12 times, that is actually really good. You've got enough strikes for 6 enemies, assuming they are all normal classes. He deals 130 damage with each strike and 160 from the back. This makes Grievous one of the best attackers in the game, so when you are using him, you have to play with a more offensive approach. The problem comes to his defensive stats. He's only able to block 222 blaster damage, or 10 melee strikes, which is the lowest for a lightsaber hero in the game. Don't think you can stand there and block for ages. With Grievous, it's better to run than to stay and block. You'll see his stamina runs out like in 1 second, so block a few shots and then run for it. The good thing is that he's got 800 health, so you won't die super fast if many enemies around you. This gives you time to use your abilities and save your life. Next, abilities. His left ability, Thrust Surge, where Grievous leaps and stabs his enemy with all 4 lightsabers. It deals 160 damage, killing every class except the heavy one. The ability has a 15 meter range, but you have to lock onto the target, and if another player gets in the way, you will hit him instead of your original target. This ability sometimes bugs and Grievous just spins in the air in circles, or you just miss your target. Also, if the enemy you locked onto runs and gets behind something, you won't hit him. His middle ability is called Unrelenting Advance, where Grievous activates all 4 lightsabers and starts spinning 2 in his face, deflecting all incoming damage and dealing damage to enemies in his way. It deals 110 damage every 0.45 seconds. The problem with this ability is that you move super slow and leave your sides and back totally vulnerable. Enemies can also dash through the ability without receiving damage, and then they'll be able to hit you in the back. You will almost never use the ability for its entire duration, but when you have a bunch of enemies in front and none behind, use it to deal some damage or to get closer. The ability also helps when they pin you to a corner or a wall to deal damage and survive. His last ability is called Claw Rush, where Grievous crawls like some sort of spider and deals damage to enemies in his way. The ability deals 130 damage. You can hit various enemies or a single one up to 3 times. But with the recent update, a lot of the times the second hit won't deal any damage, and in order to hit the same enemy 3 times, you have to run in almost perfect circles around him. You are still able to hit lightsaber heroes when they are blocking if you turn around and hit them from the back. But be careful, lightsaber heroes can block Claw Rush or parry the ability, dealing damage to you instead. The last category, Star Cards. The loadout we recommend includes Beating Heart, which gives 100 extra maximum health regeneration to Grievous. Momentum, which gives up to 40 extra damage to Thrust Surge. With this, you'll one-hit every basic class and leave reinforcements very vulnerable. The last card is called Lineup Weaklings, that give up to 50 extra damage to Claw Rush once you've hit one enemy. This is all for today, Deus. Thanks for watching, remember to subscribe and leave a like if this video was useful for you. Comment other tips you got that we didn't mention. Tell us what hero you want us just talking about next time.
Pulling out the coupe at the lot.